So today we'll be taking a look at basic geometry. Some of you might already have done a lot of geometry at school. In fact, I believe basic geometry is introduced at school level and some of you might be good at it. लेकिन कुछ लोग हैं जिनको ज्योमेट्री से बड़ा डर लगता है. ज्योमेट्री देख के लगता है कि दिस इज़ वन ऑफ द टफेस्ट सब्जेक्ट्स. When in reality, geometry is actually one of the easiest topics in mathematics, at least as far as entrance exams go. बिकॉज ज्योमेट्री में लिटरली आप आंखों के सामने सब ड्रॉ करके देख सकते हो. बाकी सब टॉपिक्स मैथ्स के अगर देखें जिनमें फॉर्मूले हैं तो वहाँ पे सिर्फ नंबर्स के साथ खेलना है, राइट. बट इन ज्योमेट्री इन मेनी क्वेश्चंस यू कैन एक्चुअली ड्रॉ द फिगर एंड चेक व्हाट दे आर ट्राइंग टू आस्क. सो वंस द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स आर अंडरस्टूड, ज्योमेट्री इज़ वन ऑफ द ईजिएस्ट टॉपिक्स टू अंडरस्टैंड. Chalo, let me ask you a general knowledge question based on geometry. Who is considered as the father of geometry? Can somebody tell me who is considered to be the father of geometry? Yes, Pranav Devi, correct. So a lot of people make this mistake and they say that Pythagoras is the father of modern geometry, but no. It's actually Euclid who is considered as the father of geometry, right? Euclid Baba ने हमको बहुत सारी चीज़ें दी हैं and geometry is one of them. So geometry is all about measurements of shapes. Geo means earth, metry is measurement. So geometry is nothing but measurement of physical things. So we start with basic concepts and then we move on to complex shapes which are in 2-dimension and 3-dimension and all that. So before we go on to 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional shapes and other things, we have to understand basic concepts in geometry, and that is what we are going to do today. So the concept of geometry starts with the thing called a point, right? I'm sure everybody has heard this word point. Can somebody tell me the scientific definition of the point in maths? The scientific or the mathematical definition of a point क्या होता है? स्कूल में सिखाया होगा शायद. Do you remember the definition of a point? Anybody? A line with no length. Line with no length is not a line. Point is smallest visible line in a plane. Okay. First of all, then what is a line then? A line is defined using a point. जब लाइन के डेफिनेशन में ही पॉइंट की ज़रूरत है तो पॉइंट के डेफिनेशन में लाइन कैसे आता है? एलिमेंट ऑफ सेट कॉल्ड स्पेस. एलिमेंट, एग्जैक्ट लोकेशन ऑफ अ प्लेन. Okay guys, thanks for all these two things, all these definitions, but the point is, if you have studied well, then it is said that a point is undefined. There is no clear definition of what a point is. We all know what a point is, right? This is a point, right? I can mark a point, but there is no specific definition. There is no scientific. It's called an undefined term. It's a thing which is understood but which is not clearly defined. So there is no scientific definition for a lot of things. We have mathematical or scientific definitions, but the point about a point is that there is no clear-cut definition. Everybody understands what a point is, but there is no mathematical. It is called an undefined term. It is called an undefined term. Okay, Namra is unable to hear me. Can the others hear me? Are the others able to hear me? Okay, so that could be a problem with her individual set. Okay, chalo guys. So let's start. We are not going to go with basics. We are not going to do point and other things get definition because exam ke viewpoint se that is not very necessary. But we are going to quickly understand various properties of things in geometry which will help us solve the problems. So everybody knows what a line is, right? And there is a difference between a line and a line segment. Where that is, a line segment has a definite length, but a line it does not have a definite length. It goes on extending. But in the from examination point of view, we will not differentiate between a line and a line segment. We will not differentiate between a line and a line segment. When I say line or line segment, they are interchangeably used, right? This clear differentiation between a line and a line segment will not be made in exams. So the concept of lines, there are two or more lines can always intersect each other. एक दूसरे को काट सकते हैं. So When we say that two lines are parallel to each other, then we generally write it as L1 is parallel to L2. L1 is parallel to L2. What do I mean by that? That there are two lines and the vertical distance between them, right? The vertical distance between them is always constant. So if this is L1 and this is L2, so these lines are equidistant from each other at any given point, and the two lines will never meet each other. So these lines are known as parallel lines. And when two lines make the angle of 90 degrees between them, let us say this is L3 and this line is L4. So when two lines make 90 degree with each other, they are known as perpendicular lines. So that is denoted as L3 is perpendicular to L4. Sometimes some people put a small r here as well. So parallel means the perpendicular distance between them, the vertical distance between them is always constant, and perpendicular means the angle between them is always 90 degree. So this is a very basic concept of two lines. The important thing is when we have two parallel lines, let us say these are lines L1 and L2, and it is given that L1 is perpendicular to L2, right? And then let us say that we have a line T which intersects the lines L1 and L2 which are parallel to each other. So this line T which cuts the two is known as the transversal to the two lines. So T is the transversal to the two lines which are given here. So in this case, what we are going to do, in this case, we are going to understand the various angles which are created and the property of the angles between them, right? So the various angles and the properties of the angles between them. So the angles, let us say this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, this is angle 4, this is angle 5, this is angle 6, this is 7, and this is 8. Now there's a question that is transversal always for parallel lines. Well, you can have two non-parallel lines and you can have a transversal like this, but the properties that we are looking at is applicable only to parallel lines wala transversal. A transversal is simply a line which cuts. Transverses means goes across. So a transversal is something simply a line which cuts across two lines. But the properties that we are going to discuss, they are valid only when the two lines are parallel to each other. For non-parallel lines wala transversal, these properties will not be valid. Okay? Okay. So whenever we see a straight line and a line, the two angles which are formed here, right? The two angles will be formed. The sum of these two angles in a straight line is always equal to 180 degrees, right? So here in this particular diagram, measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 is always equal to 180 degrees. Measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, 2 plus 3 is also 180. 3 plus 4 is also 180. 4 plus 1 is also 180. तो जो भी दो adjacent angles हैं straight line के ऊपर, उनका total is always equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, angle 1 and angle 3 will be the same as each other. Why? Because they are called opposite angles, right? ये दोनों opposite angles हैं. So the measure of these angles will be the same. Similarly, the measure of angle 2 and angle 4 will be the same as each other. So 1 and 3 measure में same होंगे, 2 and 4 measure में same होंगे. Now, if L1 and L2 are parallel to each other, तो देखने से पता चलता है कि measure of angle 1 is also the same as measure of angle 5, right? So 1 and 3 are same. Also, it is equal to 5 and 5 is equal to 7. So out of these 8, 1, 3, 5 and 7, these 4 angles are equal to each other. उसी तरह एंगल 2 जो है वो एंगल 6 के बराबर होगा एंड एंगल 6 एंगल 8 के बराबर होगा. So here measure angle 2 is equal to measure angle 4 is equal to measure angle 6 is equal to measure angle 8, right? So उस हिसाब से we can understand how the measure of the angles can be found in comparison to each other. right? We'll be able to find how the measure of the angles are when a transversal intersects two parallel lines. So did everybody understand this concept? Which angles will be equal to the other in a set of parallel lines and a transversal which is given, right? So you can clearly identify which will be the common angles and the measure of which two angles will add up to 180 degrees. ठीक है, चलो तो we are talking about angles all the time. So angles के खुद के properties क्या क्या होंगे? Let us take a look at that. So there are different types of angles and we measure the angle in units called degrees, right? So we say that when the measure of an angle is less than 90 degrees, then such an angle is called an acute angle. जो एंगल 0 से 90 डिग्रीज के बीच में है, लेस देन 90 डिग्रीज है, ऐसा एंगल अक्यूट एंगल होता है. जिस एंगल का मेजर एग्जैक्टली 90 डिग्रीज है, द मेजर of the angle is exactly 90 degrees, then such an angle is called a right angle. And if the angle is greater than 90 degrees, right, greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees, if this angle is greater than 90 but less than 180 degree, then such an angle is known as an obtuse angle. So we have three types of angles based on their measurement. अगर 90 डिग्री से कम है, then such an angle is called an acute angle. Exactly 90 डिग्री है तो such an angle is called a right angle. And अगर 90 से ज़्यादा है और 180 से कम है, then it is called an obtuse angle. And of course, a straight line, if we have to consider as an angle, then a straight line always is 180 degrees in measure. These are basic concepts, basic school में हमने पढ़ा है. Just a quick refresher of these concepts. Yes, acute angle, right angle and obtuse angle क्या होता है? I hope everybody got this one. Right? No confusions in this. चलो. Now, there are concepts called complementary angles and supplementary angles. So, supposing there is an angle X, right? And there is an angle Y. Now, if X plus Y, I add the two measures and they add up to 90 degrees, then such angles are known as complementary angles. So when the measurement of two angles add up to 90 degrees, then they are known as complementary angles. So if X is equal to 30 degrees, then the measurement of the complementary angle Y is given by 90 minus 30, which is equal to 60 degrees, right? If the measurement of X is equal to, let us say 35 degrees and 30 minutes, then Y is equal to 90 degrees minus 35 degree and 30 minutes. This is equal to 54 degrees and 30 minutes. So remember, 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Like 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Similarly, in geometry, 1 degree is also equal to 60 minutes. So to find the complementary angle of any given angle, you subtract the measure of the angle from 90 degrees. So 90 degrees में से angle का measurement subtract करोगे, तो what you will get is the complement of that angle. Similarly, if there are two angles given and the sum of the two angles, let us say P and Q, two angles. If the sum of the two angles is equal to 180 degrees, then such angles are known as supplementary angles. So if I say that measure of P is equal to 120 degrees, then supplementary angle 120 is equal to 180 minus 120, which is equal to 60 degrees. So when two angles add up to 90 degrees, they are known as complementary angles. If two angles add up to 180 degrees, then they are known as supplementary angles. तो दो एंगल्स का टोटल अगर 90 डिग्री है तो कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल्स कहलाएंगे. दो एंगल्स का टोटल अगर 180 डिग्री है, देन दे आर नोन एज सप्लीमेंट्री एंगल्स. सो इफ एंगल ए is equal to, let us say 45 degrees, then what will be the measure of its supplementary angle B? If A and B are supplementary angles, A का measure अगर 45 डिग्री है तो B का measure कितना होगा? Right? So A अगर 45 डिग्री है to find the supplementary angle 180 minus 45. So 180 minus 45, the supplementary angle B will be equal to 135 degrees. Krishna, 180 minus 45 is equal to 135. Calculation mistake. लोचा. प्रियंका 270 दो प्रियंका 270 कहां से आएगा? 270 कहां से आएगा? सप्लीमेंट्री एंगल्स का टोटल ही 180 डिग्री अगर हो जाता है तो आंसर 180 से ज्यादा कैसे हो सकता है? दो एंगल का टोटल मेजर ही 180 डिग्री अगर है तो उनमें से एक एंगल को निकाल दूं तो दूसरा 180 से ज्यादा कैसे हो सकता है? मैथमेटिकली दैट इज इंपॉसिबल, लॉजिकली दैट इज इंपॉसिबल. रिमेंबर, कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल्स का टोटल इज 90 डिग्रीज एंड सप्लीमेंट्री एंगल का टोटल इज 180 डिग्रीज. डिड एवरीबडी गेट दिस कॉन्सेप्ट? आई होप एवरीबडी गॉट दिस कॉन्सेप्ट. यस. नाउ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मिनट्स. यस. सो जैसे आवर्स, 1 आवर इज नॉट इक्वल टू 100 मिनट्स, 1 आवर इज इक्वल टू 60 minutes. So in measurements 1 degree is also equal to 60 minutes. So 2 degrees में से अगर 30 minutes cancel करता हूं then we are left with 1 degree and 30 minutes. Right? 2 degrees में से half degree अगर cancel करता हूं, so half degree is 30 minutes. So this is equal to 1.5 degrees. So 1.5 degrees means 1 degree and 30 minutes. So always remember 1 degree is taken as 60 minutes. The total of 1 degree 60 minutes. So point decimal point के बाद 60 होता है. Did you understand this? शाश्वत, hours and minutes का जैसे अगर 1 घंटे में से आधा घंटा निकाल दो तो 50 मिनट नहीं रहता, 30 मिनट बाकी रहता है. So exactly like hours and minutes, degrees and minutes. So 60 minutes make 1 degree. That's it. Did you understand this one? आवर्स एंड मिनट्स का जो होता है वही डिग्रीज एंड मिनट्स का होता है. ठीक है, चलो. नाउ अ फ्यू एग्जांपल्स. इन दिस फिगर इट इज गिवन दैट लाइंस ए बी सी डी एंड ई एफ आर ऑल पैरेलल टू ईच अदर. राइट? ए बी सी डी ई एफ, इफ दे आर ऑल पैरेलल टू ईच अदर, देन व्हाट इज द मेजर ऑफ एंगल सी ई एफ? व्हाट इज द मेजर ऑफ एंगल सी ई एफ? यस, करेक्ट सो फार. अनमोल चेक करो, भानु चेक करो. नो. तीर्थ नो. अदर्स नो. द्विजा करेक्ट. बाकी सब नहीं, लोचे मार रहे हो. बेटा x का वैल्यू, x 90 डिग्री से तो ज्यादा है. x का तो डायग्राम में दिख रहा है कि वो 90 डिग्री से ज्यादा ऑब्ट्यूज एंगल है, तो आंसर 90 से तो कम हो ही नहीं सकता. जिन्होंने भी मुझे 90 से कम वाला मेजरमेंट दिया है x का, CEF का, ये तो डायग्राम देख के मुझे पता चल रहा है कि आंसर 90 से ज्यादा होना चाहिए. इट इज एन ऑब्ट्यूज एंगल. इन द डायग्राम आई कैन सी इट इज एन ऑब्ट्यूज एंगल. योर आंसर कैन नॉट बी लेस देन 90 डिग्रीज देन. राइट? सो रिमेंबर, डोंट ब्लाइंडली सॉल्व क्वेश्चंस इन मैथमेटिक्स. ज्योमेट्री में कई बार तो आपको डायग्राम देख के पता चल जाएगा कि आंसर क्या नहीं हो सकता. सो इन दिस डायग्राम आई नो माई आंसर हैज टू बी एन ऑब्ट्यूज एंगल ट्रायंगल. इट कैन नॉट बी लेस देन 90 डिग्रीज. चलो. सो it's not a straightforward question. You have to understand the problems, right? So इसमें फंडा क्या है? वही parallel lines and transversal वाला. So I have got 3 lines. I have got AB, I have got EF, and I have got CD, all parallel. So this line BC is a transversal to all 3 lines. That means AB and CD अगर parallel है और BC उनका transverse है, then ABC 66 है, तो BCD ये पूरा एंगल जो है, ये पूरा एंगल भी 66 डिग्रीज होगा. राइट? नाउ अब अगर ये पूरा एंगल 66 डिग्री है और उसमें से इतना जो हिस्सा है वो 36 है, तो ये जो बाकी का हिस्सा है दिस विल बी 66 माइनस 36 विच इज इक्वल टू 30 डिग्रीज. राइट? सो आई गेट ये वाला एंगल इज इक्वल टू 30 डिग्रीज. Now EF and CD are parallel to each other, right? तो ये अगर 30 डिग्री है तो x कितना होगा? x will be 180 minus 30. So my answer should be 150 degrees. X is an obtuse angle. सर ना एक्स इज एन ऑप्ट्यूज एंगल, 30 डिग्रीज 90 से कम होता है, ये तो दिखने में पता चल रहा है कि एक्स जो है वो 90 से ज्यादा है, सो आंसर हैज टू बी एन ऑप्ट्यूज एंगल। जय 144 किधर से आया? डिड एवरीबडी अंडरस्टैंड दिस वन? ECD, but who want ECD? ECD, yeah, okay. So Yashvi, take a look at this. Did you understand why ECD is 30 degrees? Did you understand why ECD is 30 degrees? Yes. Now इसको extend कर, अगर मैं EC देखूं, EC is also a transversal. That means this angle will also be equal to 30 degrees because ये और ये दो पैरेलल लाइन के ट्रांसवर्सल वाले हैं, सो ये एंगल भी 30 डिग्री है। समझ में आया? सो ये एंगल अगर 30 डिग्री है तो इन दोनों का टोटल 180 है, सो एक्स विल बी 180 माइनस 30। डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? डिड यू गेट दिस? यस, बिल्कुल हो सकता है। यस, सी आई कैन सॉल्व दिस यूजिंग multiple methods. For example, you have taken this angle as 30, then you can take LEC this angle as 30 and फिर इसको 180 minus 30 करो. There are multiple ways of solving it. Bottom line is you should get 150 as the answer. Did you get this? Bottom line is you should get this as the answer. Did everybody understand that? Yes? Chalo. Moving on then. Next one. Here, if AB and CD are parallel straight lines in the given figure, then what is the measure of angle RSD? What is the measure of angle RSD? I want not in terms of XY. I want a measurement. I want an exact measurement. Yes, Shubhankar, that's right. X के values में नहीं, I want an exact value. I want an exact value. एक्स के टर्म से मुझे आंसर नहीं चाहिए, मुझे डिग्रीज, एग्जैक्ट डिग्रीज चाहिए। यस पंच, दैट्स करेक्ट। अनमोल चेक करो। आकाश खुशी करेक्ट। दिशा नो, चेक करो एक बार। यस श्रीकर, दैट्स करेक्ट। देवांश नहीं, आदित्य नहीं, सिद्धांत यस, जय नो, यस मालव, यस झरना, शाश्वत नो, भानु नो, मिली नो, अदर्स करेक्ट। मैत्री नहीं, जय नहीं, हर्षे आई वांट आंसर एग्जैक्ट मेजर चाहिए मुझे। यस, अदर्स आर करेक्ट। एक्स के टर्म्स मुझे आंसर नहीं चाहिए, स्वयं नहीं। या अदर्स आर गेटिंग इट राइट। नो शिवम, 45 कौन से एंगल से 45 बनेगा? शिवम कौन से एंगल से 45 बनेगा? 45 तो कोई एंगल से नहीं है। भाविका नहीं, तनिषा नहीं। Okay guys, so let's understand this. You want the measurement of R, S and D. That means you're looking for this particular angle, and this particular angle we know has to be equal to 2x because this and this will be the same. So 3x plus 2x, we know that 3x plus 2x, they should add up to 180 degrees, right? That means 5x will add up to 180 degrees. So from this we get the value of x is 180 divided by 5, that is 36 degrees. So RSD is 2x. So my answer 2x is 2 times 36, which is equal to 72 degrees. So my answer is 72 degrees. Did everybody get this one? The answer to this thing is 72 degrees. And दिखने में भी पता चल जाता है 72 degrees. ये 90 से थोड़ा कम है, लेकिन 45 से तो definitely ज़्यादा है, right? It looks slightly less than 90, so 72 degrees. ख्वाहिश 3x plus 2x, ये straight line बन जाता है ना, 3x and 2x, ये दोनों एंगल्स मिला के स्ट्रेट लाइन बन जाते हैं। स्ट्रेट लाइन इज ऑलवेज 180 डिग्रीज। समझ में आया ख्वाहिश? RSC एंड RSD दोनों मिलके स्ट्रेट लाइन बनते हैं, तो स्ट्रेट लाइन तो हमेशा 180 डिग्री होता है। गॉट दैट? ठीक है, चलो। सो इफ यू गॉट दिस कॉन्सेप्ट बेस्ड ऑन सिमिलर प्रिंसिपल्स, दिस क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ Z in degrees? You are given the three angles. Their measurements are Z by 6, Z by 4 and Z by 3. So Z की value कितनी है? It's the same concept as the concept used in the previous problem. यहां पे Z की value कितनी है? Are you sure काव्या? आदि 1 कैसे हो सकता है? 1 कैसे हो सकता है? Kavya, it's not 180 degrees. Yes, Disha. Yes, others are getting it right. Siddhant, I never wanted z की 3 वैल्यूज क्यों दे रहे हो? I want the value of z. I want a single number. Vanshika, check करो. Siddhant, I'm asking the value of z. Answer the question that is asked. Just calculating is not enough. You have to answer the exact question that is asked. Devansh, नहीं, गलत है. तीर चेक करो. Others are right. Harshay, check करो. Others are getting it. Yes. So guys, basic equation. You know that ये 3 angles मिला के एक straight line बनाते हैं. So you know that z by 6 plus z by 4 plus z by 3, this entire thing should be equal to 180 degrees, right? When 3 angles together they make a straight line, तो इनका total 180 degree होगा. So z by 6 plus z by 4 plus z by 3 is 180. So इन तीनों का LCM क्या है? 12 is the LCM. So ऊपर I get 2 times z plus 3 times z plus 4 times z is equal to 180 degrees. तो इसको simplify करेंगे तो I get 9z is equal to 180 degrees multiplied by 12. So I get the value of z is equal to 180 into 12 divided by 9. This becomes 240. So my final answer, the value of z is 240 degrees. I hope everybody understood this. Did everybody get this one? Everybody should have got this one. Yes? Okay. फिट है. सो हमेशा शाश्वत सब्सटीट्यूट क्यों करना है? सब्सटीट्यूट क्यों करना है? क्वेश्चन में देखो क्या पूछा है. क्वेश्चन सेज व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ z इन डिग्रीज. z की वैल्यू मिल गई तो दैट्स इट. रीड द क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन में आपको थोड़ी बोला है कि तीनों एंगल्स का वैल्यू निकालो. क्वेश्चन बोल रहा है z की वैल्यू कितनी है एंड वी हैव ऑलरेडी फाउंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ z. व्हाई शुड वी सब्सटीट्यूट इट? शाश्वत. ओके. ख्वाहिश. न्यूमरेटर वैल्यू. सी, पहला एंगल इज z by 6, सेकेंड एंगल इज z by 4, थर्ड एंगल इज z by 3 एंड द सम ऑफ दीज, ये तीनों एंगल्स मिला के, ये तीनों एंगल मिला के 180 डिग्री है, स्ट्रेट लाइन है. सो व्हेन यू एड द 3 एंगल्स z by 6 प्लस z by 4 प्लस z by 3, द सम ऑफ दीज 3 एंगल्स शुड बी इक्वल टू 180 डिग्री. इतना समझ में आया? ख्वाहिश, इतना समझ में आया? ओके. नाउ न्यूमरेटर कैसे लेते हैं? सो डिनोमिनेटर कॉमन होगा तो मैं न्यूमरेटर को ऐड कर सकता हूं. एडिशन ऑफ फ्रैक्शंस क्या होता है? डिनोमिनेटर को अगर मैं कॉमन कर दूं तो न्यूमरेटर को ऐड कर सकता हूं. सो 6, 4 एंड 3 का एलसीएम क्या है? द फर्स्ट नंबर विच कम्स इन द मल्टीप्लिकेशन टेबल ऑफ 6, 4 एंड 3 इज 12. आई डोंट थिंक आई नीड टू डू अ लंबा चौड़ा कैलकुलेशन. आई थिंक बाय नाउ वी शुड बी क्विक इनफ टू अंडरस्टैंड 6, 4 एंड 3 एलसीएम इज 12. तो पहले वाले को instead of z by 6, can I say 2z by 12? Second number, can I say 3z by 12? And third number, can I say 4z by 12? This is equal to 180 degrees. समझ में आया? ये वाला पार्ट समझ में आ गया? And then straight forward जो कैलकुलेशन आगे किया मैंने. So now did you get it? Why 2z, 3z and 4z? बेटा z by 6, अगर मुझे डिनोमिनेटर कॉमन करना है, 6 को अगर 12 करना है तो न्यूमरेटर को भी तो 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. डिनोमिनेटर को अगर मैं 12 में कन्वर्ट कर रहा हूं तो न्यूमरेटर को भी तो मुझे इक्विवेलेंट नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. राइट. सो 1/2 करता हूं इसको. व्हाट अपॉन 6? सो 2 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 3 इज 6. सो 1 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 3 इज इक्वल टू 3. न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर को सेम नंबर से जब मैं मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा देन द फ्रैक्शन इज सेम. गॉट इट? फ्रैक्शंस में अगर मुझे डिनोमिनेटर्स कॉमन करने हैं तो न्यूमरेटर को भी तो सेम नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. सो यहां पे जब मैं 4 को 12 में कन्वर्ट करता हूं, 4 3s are 12, सो ऊपर 3z. 3 को 12 में कन्वर्ट करता हूं, 3 4s are 12, तो ऊपर 4z. डिड यू गेट इट? फ्रैक्शंस, बेसिक फ्रैक्शंस, कन्वर्जन. Chalo, moving ahead then. So now that we have seen lines, we have seen angles, we know that a 3 line का enclosed figure is called a triangle. तीन स्ट्रेट लाइंस को जोड़ के एक क्लोज्ड फिगर बनाओगे तो उसको ट्रायंगल कहते हैं। अब ट्रायंगल में क्या क्या चीजें होती हैं? ट्रायंगल में तीन लाइंस होते हैं एंड ट्रायंगल के अंदर तीन एंगल्स बनते हैं। जहां पे दो लाइंस मीट करते हैं, दैट पॉइंट क्रिएट्स एन एंगल। सो आई कैन क्लासिफाई ऑल ट्रायंगल्स in two different ways. One, I can classify them according to the angles which are there in them. Second, I can classify them according to the sides which are there in them. Right? I can classify them according to angles. I can classify them according to sides. So angles में देखते हैं. If I have a triangle where all the three angles are same, right? Okay. If all the three angles are less than 90 degree, all the three angles are less than 90 degree, then we call it an acute angled triangle. Now, before I move on, we know that the sum of three angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degrees. ट्रायंगल के जो तीन एंगल्स हैं उन तीनों एंगल का सम हमेशा 180 डिग्री होगा, राइट? सो in a triangle, if all the three angles are less than 90 degrees, then such a triangle is known as an acute angle. Then, in a triangle, if one of the angles is 90 degrees and the other two angles are each less than 90 degrees, then such a triangle is called a right angled triangle. And supposing in a triangle, one of the angles is greater than 90 degrees and the other two angles are less than 90 degrees, then such an angle is called an obtuse angled triangle. So एक चीज तो हमने अगर अभी तक नोटिस की है तो ये है कि तीन में से दो एंगल्स हमेशा एक्यूट होंगे. In any triangle, out of three, two of the angles will always be acute, less than 90 degrees. It is only the third angle which can be either less than 90 degrees or equal to 90 degrees or greater than 90 degree. So तीन में से दो एंगल तो 90 डिग्री से कम ही होंगे. तीसरा एंगल भी अगर 90 से कम है, then that is an acute angle triangle. If the third angle is exactly 90 degrees, then that is a right angled triangle. And if the third angle is greater than 90 degrees, then such an angle is known as an obtuse angled triangle, right? So there cannot be more than, there has to be minimum two acute angles, right? No, Priyanshi, it is not necessary. यहाँ पे देखो ना 90 degrees में, do these two angles look similar to each other? No. It is not necessary that the right angle triangle may remaining two are 45. One can be 30, other can be 60. One can be 10, other can be 80. It can be anything. It's not necessary that in a right angle triangle the other two are 45 degrees, right? Shrikar, let's do this mathematically. Total three angles का कितना होगा? Total तीनों एंगल का होके 180 डिग्री है. Yes. So right angle triangle अगर मैं ले लूं तो एक जो 90 डिग्री एंगल है वो निकल गया, तो रिमेनिंग टू एंगल्स मिलके 90 डिग्री होंगे, तो दोनों को एक्यूट ही होना पड़ेगा. इन अ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल आई रिमूव 90 डिग्री वाला एक एंगल, तो जो बाकी के दो एंगल्स हैं उनका सम 90 डिग्री ही हो सकता है. सो ईच ऑफ देम विल बी लेस देन 90 डिग्री. ऑब्ट्यूज एंगल ट्राइंगल के अंदर भी ग्रेटर देन 90 डिग्री है, सो बाकी दो का टोटल विल बी लेस देन 90 डिग्रीज. बाकी दोनों का टोटल ही 90 डिग्री से कम है, तो इंडिविजुअली तो डेफिनेटली 90 डिग्री से कम है. एंड एक्यूट एंगल में तो बाय डेफिनेशन तीनों हैं. सो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू हैव लेस देन टू एक्यूट एंगल इन अ ट्राइंगल. तीन में से कोई एक एक्यूट राइट या ऑब्ट्यूज हो सकता है, लेकिन मैथमेटिकली इट इज इम्पॉसिबल फॉर द अदर टू बी एनीथिंग एल्स बट एक्यूट. दो तो मिनिमम एक्यूट होना ही पड़ेगा. Yes, Kush, for you this may be basics, but a lot of people are finding this a bit confusing. So just to make this obvious to them. Shrikar, एक right and एक obtuse. Right is 90, obtuse is greater than 90. 90 plus greater than 90 is greater than 180. दो का ही आपने measure greater than 180 कर दिया, तो तीसरा एंगल तो बनेगा ही नहीं, तो ट्राइंगल ही नहीं बनेगा. श्रीकर, did you get that? क्योंकि तीनों एंगल का टोटल हमेशा 180 डिग्री ही हो सकता है. सो मैथमेटिकली दो एंगल्स को तो एक्यूट एंगल होना ही पड़ेगा. सिर्फ एक ही एंगल चेंज हो सकता है इनटू अ राइट और एन ऑब्ट्यूज, बाकी के दो एंगल्स तो हमेशा एक्यूट ही रहेंगे. डू यू गेट दैट? देयर कैनॉट बी मोर एग्जैक्टली राइट. आई थिंक एवरीबडी गॉट दिस. ठीक है, चलो. सो एंगल्स के बेसिस पे वी कैन कन्वर्ट देम इनटू एक्यूट, राइट, ऑब्ट्यूज. सिमिलरली ऑन साइड्स, if all the three sides are of the same measure, if all the three sides are of the same measure, then such a triangle is called an equilateral triangle. And in an equilateral triangle, all the angles are same, so all the three angles will be equal to 60 degrees each. Equilateral means तीनों sides same होंगे. So when three sides of an triangle are same, the three angles will also be same and each of them will be equal to 60 degrees. Because 180 divided by 3, 60. So equally distributed equilateral triangle. Similarly, if only two sides of the angle of a triangle are same, only two sides are same, then such a triangle is known as an isosceles triangle. And इनके opposite जो angles होंगे वो measurement में same होंगे. कितना होगा वो क्वेश्चन पे डिपेंड करता है, लेकिन आइसोसेलीस में सेम साइड्स के ऑपोजिट्स आर नोन एज आइसोसेलीस ट्रायंगल्स. इक्वी एंगल ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. इक्विलैटरल ट्रायंगल बाय डेफिनेशन, इक्विलैटरल ट्रायंगल, ऑल थ्री साइड्स आर सेम, ऑटोमेटिकली द थ्री एंगल्स बिकम द सेम. टिल नाउ आई हैवंट कम अक्रॉस एनीबडी यूजिंग अ टर्म इक्वी एंगल. इट्स सिंपली कॉल्ड एन इक्विलैटरल ट्रायंगल. डिड यू गेट इट? And the third, if all the three sides are different, then such a triangle is called a scalene triangle. यहां पे सिर्फ इतनी प्रॉपर्टी है कि the largest side का opposite angle will be the largest angle, smallest angle का opposite side will be the smallest side. Largest angle and side opposite to each other, smallest angle and side opposite to each other. बाकी there is no property for a scalene triangle such. So तीनों triangle, तीनों sides same है तो angle भी same होंगे and it will make an equilateral triangle. तीन में से exactly दो sides same है, then such a triangle is known as an isosceles triangle. And तीनों ही sides अगर different हैं, then such a triangle is called a scalene triangle. Did you understand the classification of triangles based on their sides and based on their angles? I hope everybody got this one. Good. So, now there is a very important property considering multiple triangles. Equiangle हो सकता है, but it's not generally used. I've never seen the term equiangle being used properly. Of course, there are tons and tons of such terms, but regular exam viewpoint says such a term will see equiangle. You can always guess equal angle. So all three angles are 60 degree. So by definition, it becomes an equilateral triangle. You can create words, right? But it's not generally used. There's no sense in calling it equiangle triangle when the term equilateral already exists. Semantically, it makes sense, but it's not used generally. Chalo. Now, similarity and congruence. So, similarity means one is like the other, and congruence means one is exactly the same as the other, right? So, supposing I draw two triangles, right? I draw a triangle like this, and I draw another triangle like this. So, जो अंदर वाला triangle है, and जो बाहर वाला triangle है, they are very similar to each other. Yes, Gautam, equilateral and equiangle are the same triangle. That's what I'm saying. You can learn these words if you want. आज तक किसी एग्जाम में equiangle word कभी use नहीं हुआ है. I can also teach you triangles. Now, for words, I can teach you what are convex things and concave shapes and all that. Doesn't make sense. Exam के viewpoint से you are not needed to know. And even अगर मैंने ना पढ़ाया हो और equiangle पूछ लिया, I think anybody with knowledge of words will understand what equiangle means. So let's not quibble about that. I'm not saying it does not exist. I'm saying it's not relevant from exam point of view. Chalo, let's focus on similarity and congruence of triangles. So let us say the chota triangle is ABC and the bada triangle is PQR, right? So यहाँ पे angle A and angle P are exactly the same. Angle Q and angle B are exactly the same. and angle R and angle C are exactly the same. Also, you will find out that AB upon PQ का जो रेशियो है वही BC अपॉन QR का रेशियो है एंड वही AC अपॉन PR का रेशियो है. So in this case we will say that the two triangles are similar to each other, right? A and P, B and Q, C and R, these pairs are the same as each other and corresponding sides का ratio जो है वो same अगर है then such two triangles are known as similar triangles. And if I have two triangles which are exactly the same, let us say that I have two triangles LMN and another triangle XYZ. Now here angle L and X are the same, M and Y are the same, N and Z are the same. Also LM upon XY is equal to MN upon YZ is equal to ln upon xz, right? If each of this ratio is equal to 1, which means lm is equal to xy, right? Corresponding sides are exactly the same. Then such triangles are known as congruent triangles, which means they are exactly the same shape. तो when they are like each other, एक दूसरे के ratio में हैं, तो they are similar. And if they are exactly the same, that means the ratio is exactly 1. Then such pair of triangles are known as congruent triangles. Did everybody understand the fundamentals of similarity and congruence? Now obviously there are various theorems some of you might have learned to prove similarity and congruence. ASA theorem, SAS theorem and so on. But we are not going to the details of that because exam में prove करने वाला कोई फंडा नहीं आता है. You just have to know the outcomes. So we don't need proof of theorems. We'll just understand the basic fundamental of similarity and congruence. So, अगर दो triangles एक दूसरे के जैसे हैं, that is, angles are same and the ratio of corresponding sides is the same, right? Then they are called similar. And if two triangles are exactly the same, carbon copy of each other, जहां पे LM and XY का length same है, MN and YZ का length same है, ln and xz का length same है, that is the ratio is exactly equal to 1, then they are known as congruent. जो एक दूसरे की कार्बन कॉपी है वो congruent है, जो एक दूसरे के जैसे हैं वो similar है. Harsha, did you understand this? Everybody, did we get the concept of similarity and congruence? How did you get 1? Beta, if lm is equal to xy, then lm upon xy will be equal to 1, right? Shashwat, yes? Okay. Chalo. Now that we have seen triangles and some basic properties, we have not seen others, but some basic properties, on those which are relevant to exams, then let's move on to four-sided figures, right? Four-sided figures, and they are known as quadrilaterals. Quadra means four, quadra or tetra means four, lateral means side. So any four-sided figure is known as a quadrilateral. Now, there are different types of quadrilateral figures that we can work with. So let's take a look at some common type of quadrilaterals and what properties they have and how we can use them. So quadrilaterals. The first quadrilateral here, let us say the quadrilateral is ABCD. Now here we say AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. Then such a figure is known as a parallelogram. When two pairs of parallel lines make the figure, that is opposite sides are parallel to each other, then the figure which is formed is known as a parallelogram. So I am geometry में से कितने questions आएंगे? Anything between 0 and 2 to 3. Anything from 0 to 2 to 3. So parallelogram is when opposite sides are parallel. तो यहाँ पे property क्या है? एक तो opposite sides will be equal in measure and so AB is equal to CD and AD will be equal to BC, right? Now, opposite vertices को जो line connect करते हैं, that is called a diagonal. So, here we have two diagonals, AC and BD. So, AC and BD, the diagonals, they bisect each other. Bisect यानी कि एक दूसरे को exactly half में काटते हैं. So, अगर midpoint O है, तो OD will be equal to OB and AO will be equal to OC. So, in a parallelogram, the opposite, the diagonals, they simply bisect each other. That is, they cut each other in half. Right? That is the only property that we have to remember so far. Opposite sides are parallel and equal, and the diagonals, they cut each other in exactly half. They bisect each other. पहला समझ में आ गया parallelogram. Did everybody get what a parallelogram is? Yes, chalo. Moving on, next one. Now, supposing the opposite sides are parallel to each other, right? And it is also given that all four sides are equal. If it is given that all four sides are equal, then such a figure is known as a rhombus. If all the four sides, चारों बाजू जो हैं, उनका length अगर equal हो जाता है, then such a figure is known as a rhombus. A rhombus by default is also a parallelogram. So parallelogram में extra property add कर रहे हैं. Parallelogram तो है, लेकिन extra क्या बोल रहे हैं कि the sides are all of the same measure. Then this type of a parallelogram is also known as a rhombus, right? तो rhombus के अंदर parallelogram की properties तो होंगी कि diagonals bisect each other, but the additional property is that the diagonal bisect each other at 90 degrees. So if D1 and D2 are my two parallel, are my two rhombus, are my two diagonals, then D1 is perpendicular to D2. पैरेललोग्राम की सारी प्रॉपर्टीज तो इसके अंदर आएंगी, साथ में हमारे पास एक और प्रॉपर्टी है, द डायगोनल्स विल बी परपेंडिकुलर टू ईच अदर. डिड वी अंडरस्टैंड दिस? डिड वी अंडरस्टैंड? पैरेललोग्राम में एक एडिशनल प्रॉपर्टी डाल दो कि साइड्स आर इक्वल, तो इसमें रोम्बस बन जाएगा. रिया, आई एम कमिंग टू दैट. होल्ड ऑन, आई एम कमिंग टू दैट. रोम्बस समझ में आ गया? रोम्बस इज नथिंग बट अ पैरेललोग्राम इन विच ऑल फोर साइड्स आर इक्वल. समझ में आ गया? रोम्बस क्या होता है? ऑल फोर साइड्स आर इक्वल. नाउ इंस्टेड ऑफ सेइंग फोर साइड्स आर इक्वल, इफ आई से ऑल फोर एंगल्स आर इक्वल, राइट? Instead of saying all four sides are equal, if I say all four angles are equal, which means each angle is equal to 90 degrees, जिसका मतलब ये भी है कि quadrilateral के चारों एंगल का टोटल 360 डिग्री होता है. So here, if all the four angles are equal, then such a figure is known as a rectangle. When all the four angles are equal, then this is a special case of a parallelogram. This is a special case of a parallelogram where all the four angles are equal, which means parallelogram की properties तो इसमें भी आएंगी, इसमें भी the diagonals will bisect each other. इसमें additional property क्या होगा? That the two diagonals will be equal in length. 90 degrees पे हो ये जरूरी नहीं है, लेकिन दोनों के length equal होंगे. So parallelogram में sides को equal कर दो तो rhombus बन जाता है. पैरेललोग्राम में एंगल्स को इक्वल कर दो तो रेक्टेंगल बन जाता है. इतना समझ में आया? नो कृष्णा, पैरेललोग्राम में द ओनली थिंग इज द एंगल्स विल, द डायगोनल्स विल बाइसेक्ट ईच अदर, वेदर दे आर एट 90 डिग्री और नॉट does not, in parallelogram it is not compulsory, but if it becomes 90 degree then it becomes a rhombus. In a parallelogram, if the diagonals are at 90 degree, then automatically it gets converted into a rhombus. So did we understand? Parallelogram में sides को equal करो तो rhombus बन जाता है. Parallelogram के अंदर angles को equal करो तो rectangle बन जाता है. Now, we are going to combine all the properties, which means parallelogram के sides को भी equal करेंगे, angles को भी equal करेंगे. Then we get a figure which is known as a square. तो इसमें क्या है? all the four sides are equal, all the four angles are also equal, the diagonals will bisect each other, diagonals are equal to each other, and diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So rhombus के angles को equal करो तो square बन गया, या तो rectangle के sides को equal करो तो square बन गया. So rhombus and rectangle के सारी properties को अगर मैं combine करता हूं तो मेरा square बनता है. So what is the difference between a rhombus and a square? A square is a special type of rhombus in which all the angles are equal. Alternatively, I can also say a square is a special type of rectangle in which all the sides are equal. So now did we get it? Did you understand it? Shashwat, lateral means line. Circle में straight line होता है and quadra means 4. Circle में 4 lines होते हैं क्या? Remember, lateral means a straight side. Lateral means a straight side. So Shashwat, quadrilaterals are figures which are made by straight lines. Yes? Now, we saw that 360 degrees is the measure of a quadrilateral. We also saw 180 degrees is the measure of a triangle. So, what we need to understand is that you can calculate the number of angles that will have. So Gautam says 180 into n minus 2 is a formula which will help you calculate the sides of this. 180 into n minus 2 is the formula which Gautam is giving me. And using this formula, where n is what? N is what, Gautam? Can you explain? N means what? N is the number of? In the formula 180 into n minus 2, what is n? Number of sides. That's correct. So 180 into n minus 2. If you remember this formula, this will help you calculate total angles. But remember, this is the total internal angles, right? There is something called an external angle as well. So internal angles, total internal angles, if you want to calculate 180 into n minus 2. Did everybody understand this one? The formula ये formula based ज़्यादा questions कभी मैंने देखे नहीं है, but it's interesting to know. Did everybody understand this? Yes. So Namra, it's used to find. So if I ask you, what is the total internal angle of a hexagon? What is the use of this formula? What is the total internal angle of an hexagon? Right? Hexagon क्या होता है? 6-sided figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. तो इनका total internal angle का measure कितना होगा? So 180 into n minus 2. n is number of sides, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hexagon का 6 sides होंगे, so 180 into 6 minus 2, so 180 into 4. 180 into 4, it will give you 720 degrees. So the sum of all the angles is equal to 720 degrees. Yashvi, this is applicable to all regular polygons. This formula is for finding the internal angles of a polygon, right? Regular polygons. For example, this is known as a convex polygon. Convex polygons में ये नहीं लगेगा. This is for only concave polygons. Convex means one of the angle उल्टा बन जाता है. ऐसे polygons को हम नहीं गिनते. At least for this. This is for basic regular polygons. So triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagon, hexagon, septagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon, isodecagon, whatever. And 180 into n minus 2, where n is the number of sides. For regular polygons, this will give you the total internal angle. ठीक है? Chalo, thanks Gautam for that. Okay, chalo, moving on. Now, one specific type of quadrilateral is known as a trapezium. Now, ABCD के अंदर, if AB is parallel to CD, that's it. One pair of sides is parallel, then such a figure is known as a trapezium. If one pair of opposite sides is parallel to each other, right, it is called a trapezium. And additionally, if length of AD is equal to length of BC, then this is a special case where it is called an isosceles trapezium. राइट. रेगुलर ट्रेपीजियम में जरूरी नहीं कि AD एंड BC सेम हो, लेकिन अगर AD और BC सेम है and AB and DC parallel hai, then it is specifically called an isosceles trapezium. Isosceles means two sides are equal, right? But in general, this figure is known as a trapezium. That's it. Did everybody understand this? Isosceles is a special quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides is parallel to each other. That's it. No other property to remember. Did everybody get this one? चलो. What is angle? ट्रेपीजियम बेटा कुछ भी एंगल हो सकता है, कोई भी एंगल हो सकता है. ओनली थिंग इज इन सबका टोटल हमेशा 360 डिग्री होगा, बिकॉज इट्स अ क्वाड्रिलैटरल. टोटल 360 होगा. बाकी एंगल्स तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. देयर इज नो रिलेशन बिटवीन द एंगल्स. कोई भी एंगल हो सकता है. इट लिटरली कैन बी एनी एंगल. AB and DC are parallel. That's quite. AB and DC, these two sides are parallel. These two sides are not parallel. ये दो sides AD and BC parallel नहीं है. A for alpha, B for bravo. AB and DC, only those are parallel to each other. The sum of all the four angles is 360. Individually कितना भी हो सकता है, but the sum of all the angles will be equal to 360. Did we get that? Shashwat? Okay, ठीक है. चलो. Now we move on to circles. Circle is defined as the set of all the points which is at an equal distance from a point called the center. So if there is a center to the circle, let's assume that there is a center to the circle somewhere here, right? So all these points are at an equal distance. So the pair of the equal distance, this shape is known as a circle, right? So we can make various lines in this. So the line passing through the center and ending on the edge of the circle, this particular line is known as the diameter of the circle. The line which passes through the center of the circle and which lies on the circle, the two ends lie on the circle itself, such a line is known as the diameter of the circle. Then the line which is starting from the center of the circle and lies on one edge of the circle, this particular line is known as radius of the circle. Correct? Then a line which is just on lying on 2 points of the circle is known as a chord of the circle. So the diameter is also a chord. It is the special type of chord, and diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Diameter is also a chord because diameter के भी दोनों end circle पे हैं, but additionally it passes through the center. So diameter is the longest chord of the circle, and a line which passes and touches the circle at just one point, सिर्फ एक point पे छू के बाहर निकल जाता है, then such a line is known as a tangent to the circle. Yes. Shrikar, equation of the circle we are not going to do right now. That will be taking a look at only coordinate. We don't require equations of the circles. वैसे तो I can give you the equations of circles. X square upon a square plus y square upon b square is equal to r square. X minus a into x minus a the whole square plus y minus b the whole square is r square. But if it is passing through the origin, if the origin has 0 0, then x square plus y square is equal to r square. सारा coordinate geometry है. That is irrelevant. Right now we are doing basic linear geometry. We are doing basic geometry. ये सारे फंडे कोऑर्डिनेट में आएंगे जो एट प्रेजेंट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. सो लेट्स कॉन्सेंट्रेट फोकस ऑन द बेसिक्स. यस. सो द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग टू रिमेंबर इज टेंजेंट जिस पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट करता है वहां से अगर मैं रेडियस खींचता हूं, देन द एंगल बिटवीन द टेंजेंट एंड द रेडियस विल ऑलवेज बी इक्वल टू 90 डिग्रीज. सो टेंजेंट जिस पॉइंट पे इंटरसेक्ट करता है उस पॉइंट से मैं रेडियस अगर निकालता हूं, the angle between the tangent and the radius is always 90 degrees. Did everybody get this one? Yes, Priyanshi, they are related. Yes, trigo wala tangent and ye tangent. Yes, somewhat they are related. Did everybody get it so far? Yes, Shrikar, 30 theorems in class 9. Yes, but we don't have to memorize them. We just have to know the results. उन सबका आउटकम क्या है, उन सबका रिजल्ट क्या है, उतना याद हो तो ठीक है, बिकॉज नोबडी इज गोइंग टू आस्क अस टू प्रूव थियरम, बट यूजिंग दोस थियरम्स दे विल बी वेरी यूजफुल इन सॉल्विंग प्रॉब्लम्स. सो द बेस्ट पार्ट अबाउट एंट्रेंस एग्जाम इज रट्टा कुछ नहीं मारना है, सिर्फ रिजल्ट पता होना चाहिए क्या है. डिड एवरीबडी गेट दिस वन? यस? यू गेट इट सो फार? ठीक है, चलो. Moving ahead, Priyanshi, how it is related, that is beyond the scope of this, but you can look that up in a lot of websites, Wolfram Alpha, or simple Google search maro, you will get to know them. Chalo. Now, some interesting properties that we will remember. Supposing a chord is drawn and it extends an angle, and the same chord extends another angle to the center of the circle, right? So these are 2 points A and B. अब A and B से मैं C पे एक एंगल बनाता हूं एंड A and B से मैं सेंटर O पे भी एक एंगल बनाता हूं. Then this angle, if the measure of this angle is theta, then the measure of this particular angle will be 2 times theta. So the angle extended by the chord on the major arc is equal to twice the angle extended at the center. So arc किसको बोलते हैं? A and B के बीच में ये जो पार्ट ऑफ द सर्कल है, दिस इज कॉल्ड द माइनर आर्क, एंड A and B के बीच में ये जो बाकी बड़ा वाला है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द मेजर आर्क. सो द एंगल एक्सटेंडेड बाय अ कॉर्ड ऑन द मेजर आर्क is half of the angle extended by the chord at the center. Yes? These are not similar triangles, not at all. These are see, in similar triangles the angles have to be the same. Angles have to be the same, not in proportion, they have to be the same. यहाँ पे the angles are not the same. One angle is twice the other angle, so they are not similar to each other. Congruent तो कोई एंगल से नहीं है, similar भी नहीं है. ठीक है, similar में lines proportion में होंगे, लेकिन angles will be exactly the same. Right? Yes, segment, sector, there are a lot of different words used. Segment of a circle, sector of a circle. Don't have to worry about that. Right now, did you understand this wala funda? The angle extended at the center is twice the angle extended on the major arc. So arc and chord के बीच में you have a segment. Arc and chords के बीच में you have a sector, and so on and so forth. These are just names. Names are not relevant because, ठीक है, पहला फंडा समझ में आ गया. चलो. Now there's another funda. Supposing I have a chord, right? Let's name this chord as AB. And as usual, on the arc, I have extended, let us say, a triangle ABC. Now, from the same chord AB, if I extend another triangle, let us say ABD, then the measure of angle ACB will be the same as the measure of angle ADB. They'll be the same. What if the angle on the major arc is exactly on top of the center? Okay, you mean to say अगर ऐसा exactly ऐसा है, something like this, हाँ, तो the funda will be the same. Only thing is that it may create an isosceles triangle. If the two sides are same, it will be exact. Center के तो see, कहीं पे भी आप जाओ, you can always draw a line from this to the opposite side. But if it is exactly through the middle and this is the straight line, that becomes an isosceles triangle. Funda तो same ही रहेगा, माधव. Right? Okay. So, coming back to this, so if a line is extended, so when this angle, if it is theta, then this angle will also be equal to theta. So whichever angle you draw from the chord, measure of all those angles will be equal to theta. कोई भी point पे draw कर दो, but on the same arc, हाँ, but on the same arc. So कोई भी point पे अगर draw करोगे, all these angles will be equal to theta. Quaish, let's take the chord as AB. These points, let us say C, D, E, F. तो एंगल C, एंगल D, एंगल E, एंगल F, ये सारे एंगल्स सेम होंगे. Did you get that? ये सारे एंगल्स सेम होंगे. Did you understand this? Okay. Now, another interesting property. From the same chord, ऑपोजिट पॉइंट पे अगर मैं एक आर्क ड्रॉ करता हूं, एक ट्राइंगल कंप्लीट करता हूं, राइट, ए पी बी, इफ आई कंप्लीट दिस ट्राइंगल, then this angle will be equal to 180 minus theta of the other side, right? एक ट्राइंगल ले, एक सर्कल ले लिया, एक साइड पे अगर मैं एंगल ड्रॉ करता हूं और ये अगर थीटा है, तो ऑपोजिट साइड पे जो मैं एंगल ड्रॉ करूंगा, दिस मेजर विल बी इक्वल टू 180 माइनस थीटा. ये प्रॉपर्टी समझ में आ गई? Did you understand this property? Yes, Surya, that's correct. So the shape which is created, this is called a cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral यानी कि ऐसा quadrilateral जिसके चारों sides same angle पे हैं. Let me do this once again. Right, now let us say I have created a triangle A, B and C. Now AC में से मैं दो लाइंस ऑपोजिट सेक्टर पे खींचता हूं. सो ए बी सी डी इज अ क्वाड्रिलैटरल. शाश्वत, ए बी सी डी इज अ क्वाड्रिलैटरल. सो इफ ए बी सी का मेजर एंगल थीटा है, तो उसका सामने वाला जो एंगल होगा that will be equal to 180 minus theta. फंडा क्या है? Opposite angles का total 180 होता है. In such a quadrilateral, which is also called a cyclic quadrilateral, the measure of the opposite angles, it always adds up to 180 degrees. That means अगर ये वाला एंगल, ये पूरा एंगल भी अगर x है, तो ये पूरा एंगल, इसका ऑपोजिट वाला जो है, that will be 180 minus x. समझ में आया? So in a cyclic quadrilateral is a quadrilateral, all the four angles of the quadrilateral, all the four vertices of the quadrilateral are on the same circle, and the sum of the opposite angles always adds up to 180 degrees. Right? So इसमें से एक और important property निकलती है. Right? There's an important property which somebody just pointed out before. Okay, if the chord is the diameter of the circle, तो इस पे से आप जो एंगल बनाओगे, this angle will always be 90 degrees. If the chord which I'm drawing passes through the center of the circle, then the angle subtended by this particular chord, the diameter, is always 90 degrees. फंडा समझ में आया? ये वाला फंडा समझ में आ गया? It's an easy property to remember. It's an interesting property to remember. Okay. If the angle is made by the diameter, then it's a 90 degree angle. I hope everybody got this one. हाँ, कोई diameter जो भी एंगल बनाएगा वो हमेशा 90 डिग्री होगा. कोई भी एंगल ले लो. The angle extended by the diameter on any of the arcs will always be equal to 90 degree. Kavya, any angle extended by the diameter on the circle, that is, obviously in the circle, that angle will always be equal to 90 degrees. ठीक है? Okay. चलो. Now, moving ahead. Now, supposing I have two lines intersecting the circle like this, right? Let's say that this is point P, this is Q, this point is R, this point is S, and this point is T. From a common point P, if two lines intersect the circle at these points, then PQ multiplied by PR is equal to PS multiplied by PT. PQ multiplied by PR is equal to PS multiplied by PT. That's the property that you have to remember. No, PQ is equal to PS is not necessary. Not necessary. PQ multiplied by PR will be equal to PS multiplied by PT. Did we get that? Everyone, did we remember this interesting property? From a common point outside the circle, if I extend two lines inside the circle intersecting the circle at 2 points, then PQ into PR will be equal to PS into PT. You can just note this down. Did everybody get this one? Okay. Now इसमें मैं slight modification करता हूं. Now instead of having both the lines intersect them at 2 points, no, PQ is not equal to PS. PQ is not necessarily equal to PS. PQ is not necessarily equal to PS. Not necessary. See, I can make different lines. Understand this. इसके अंदर मैं एक और भी तो लाइन ड्रॉ कर सकता हूं. सपोज आई ड्रॉ लाइन लाइक दिस. डू यू थिंक दिस लाइन इज द सेम एज दिस लाइन? नो, दे आर नॉट इक्वल टू ईच अदर. So PQPS is not necessarily equal, but PQ into PR will be PS into PT. Now, instead of both the lines intersecting at 2 points, supposing I make one of the lines intersect at 2 points, but the other line is simply a tangent. Tangent means बाहर single point में छू के निकल जाता है. So supposing I say this is P, this is Q, this is R, and this point let us say is S. This is a tangent single point पे intersect करता है. Then PQ multiplied by PR will be equal to PS का square. PQ multiplied by PR will be equal to PS का square. Right? So if one of the lines intersects in 2 points of the circle and the other line is a tangent to the circle, that means it intersects at only 1 point from outside, then PQ into PR will be equal to PS square. Did everybody understand this one? Did everybody understand this one? Yes? That's it. Okay, chalo. Then let's take another point. We already seen this cyclic quadrilateral, right? When all the 4 sides, all the 4 vertices, why PSSQ? Prasanna, PSSQ कौन सा? That's a previous one. PSSQ कहाँ पे? What do you mean PSSQ? Prasanna, I didn't get your question. What do you mean by PSSQ? Why PS square? That's the property. You can derive this. PS is not equal to SQ. PS and SQ कहाँ से होगा? SQ is this particular line. No, SQ is this. इसका कोई लेना देना नहीं है. There's nothing to do with this. See, this is just number. S की जगह T लगाऊंगा तो PT square. Depending on whatever name you give. Why? You can see geometrically you can derive. I can show you the derivation, but it's not use understanding the derivation. एक is too long and complex. Second, irrelevant. Only the outcome needs to be remembered, right? And Shrikar, PS and PQ. PS and PQ. You can see here. See, if this is the point, then I can draw a line like this. If this is X, then PX is equal to PQ. PS is obviously longer than PQ in this case. So none of the PQ will not be equal to PS. PS will not be equal to PQ in this case. Looking at the figure, I can say that PS is not equal to PQ. Shrikar, PS is definitely not equal to PQ in this case. ठीक है? चलो, cyclic quadrilateral we already saw, right? So here if we have A, B, C, D, and the names of the angles are also the same, then we get A plus C will be equal to 180 degrees and B plus D is equal to 180 degrees, right? We already seen this property equal. Are tangents equal? Anmol, I'll show you tangents, right? This is a tangent. This is also a tangent. Tangents are lines which are going to infinity. Tell me, do tangents have to be equal? But an interesting point is, supposing I have a common point from which I draw tangents. I have a common point from which I draw tangents. Supposing I name this P, Q and R. Now tell me, will PQ be equal to PR in this case? From a common point, if I draw both the tangents, yes. So from a common point, all the tangents to a circle are always equal. From a common point, all the tangents to a circle are equal. Random tangents will not be equal, but all the tangents which start from a common point, the length from the common point to the point of intersection with the circle, this length, only this much, this length in the case will be this length and this length, they will be equal. Did you get that? Anmol, so that's a good question. Yes? Chalo. Then now let us take a few examples from all the properties that we have seen. So in the figure which is given, O is given as the center of the circle. So if measure angle OBC is 30 degrees, then how much is measure angle BAC? If measure angle OBC is 30 degrees, then what is measure angle BAC? Very few giving me the right answer. काफी लोग गड़बड़ मार रहे हैं इसके अंदर. गाइस, मल्टीपल प्रॉपर्टीज आर देयर. कौन सा एंगल है पहले उसको केयरफुली पढ़ो. कौन सा एंगल आपको दिया गया है वो केयरफुली देखो. राइट. सो इट इज गिवन measure angle OBC is 30 degrees. So measure angle OBC. Which one is angle OBC? So to get measure angle OBC, first we'll interpret OBC. This one is 30 degrees, right? And ये दोनों radius हैं, so ये भी 30 degrees होगा. So if this is 30 and this is 30, total 60. तो ये तीसरा जो angle है वो 120 degree होगा. And if the third angle is 120 degrees, then BC per se ये angle जो है that will be half of 120 degrees. So this is half of 120 divided by 2. So this measure will be 60 degrees. कृष्णा, कोई भी ट्रायंगल का एंगल 180 से तो ज्यादा हो ही नहीं सकता है. 240 किधर से आया? एंड अ ट्रायंगल्स तीनों एंगल का सम इज इक्वल टू 180 डिग्रीज. द सम ऑफ 3 एंगल्स ऑफ अ ट्रायंगल इज इक्वल टू 180 डिग्री. तो ट्रायंगल का एक एंगल 240 डिग्री कौन सी दुनिया में होगा? How is it physically possible to have 240 as my answer? Did everybody understand BAC का measure 60 डिग्री कैसे आया? चलो इसी एग्जांपल के अंदर supposing I told you that the measure of angle OBC, if I tell you that the measure of angle OBC is equal to 20 degrees, then what will be the measure of angle BAC? Jay, I'm doing the same thing. Nahi, Harshay. I'm doing this same example with slightly different numbers. Right? इसी example में, supposing I tell you that measure angle OBC is equal to 20 degrees. Right? यानी कि OBC ये वाला एंगल 20 डिग्री है. So ये 20 है and ये दोनों रेडियस हैं, सेम है. तो आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल ये भी 20 हो जाएगा. सो 20 प्लस 20 40. तो O का मेजर कितना होगा? 180 माइनस 40. दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 140 डिग्रीज. तो A विल बी हाफ ऑफ दैट. सो 140 डिवाइडेड बाई 2. दिस मेजर विल बी इक्वल टू 70 डिग्रीज. सो BAC, द मेजर विल बी इक्वल टू 70 डिग्रीज. डिड एवरीबडी गेट दिस वन? आई होप एवरीबडी अंडरस्टूड दिस प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है, चलो मूविंग ऑन. नेक्स्ट वन. We just saw this property, so all you have to do is apply that property and do the calculation. So if PA is 8, PD is equal to 4 and CD is equal to 3, then how much is AB equal to? Simple, we have seen the funda. When from a common point, two lines intersect a circle in 2 points. We have seen the formula PQ into PR is PS into PT wala. So using that funda, how much will be measure of line segment AB? गड़बड़ मार रहे हैं, बहुत सारे लोग गड़बड़ मार रहे हैं. Guys, careful with the calculation. Be very careful with the calculation. सब गड़बड़ वाले आंसर. Hardly any right answer. Very few right answers. Very few right answers. Very few right answers. Okay. So guys, let's take a look at this one. Right? हमारे पास क्या क्या डेटा है? हमारे पास डेटा है that PA is equal to 8. That means this entire length is equal to 8. We get PD, this length is equal to 4. And we get CD, this length is equal to 3. Obviously, diagram is not to scale. ठीक है? So, we need to find out AB. That means we need to find out AB, which is equal to X. So फंडा क्या है? PB multiplied by PA will be equal to PD multiplied by PC. So PB is X, PA the entire length is equal to 8, PD is equal to 4 and PC. Now this is, be careful, PC is 4 plus 3, so that is equal to 7. So the measure of X will be equal to 4 into 7 divided by 8. So that is equal to 3.5. So X I get as 3.5. लेकिन मुझे फाइंड क्या करना है, AB. So AB will be 8 minus 3.5, which is equal to 4.5. So my final answer 4.5. Did everybody get this one? कैलकुलेशन में लोचे ना मारे हो तो आएगा आंसर. X की वैल्यू 3.5 है, बट आपको X की वैल्यू नहीं पूछी, आपको AB का वैल्यू पूछा है. सो 8 में से PB का वैल्यू सब्ट्रैक्ट करोगे, द रिमेनिंग विल बी द लेंथ ऑफ AB, विच इज इक्वल टू 4.5 cm. डिड एवरीबडी गेट दिस वन? स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड एप्लीकेशन ऑफ द फॉर्मूला था. बराबर 6. डिड एवरीबडी गेट दिस वन? ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट वन. कंसेप्चुअल. द कॉम्प्लीमेंट ऑफ 72 degrees 40 minutes. द कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल्स क्या होते हैं? तो 72 degrees and 40 minutes. Guys, careful with the calculation. Complementary क्या होता है? Complementary is total should be 90 degrees. So, simply put 90 degrees 0 minutes में से 72 degrees 40 minutes को कैंसिल करना है, सबट्रैक्ट करना है. So 90 degrees में से बोरो करो, ये 89 हो गया, एंड बोरो करके ये 60 degrees हो गया. तो 60 minutes minus 40 minutes is 20 minutes, and 89 degrees minus 72 degrees is 17 degrees. So my answer is 17 degrees 20 minutes, option C. Guys, I hope everybody got this one. The answer is 17 degrees 20 minutes, option C. The only thing to remember is complementary angles means 90 degrees. Supplementary angles means 180 degrees. मैं कैसे ट्रिक करता हूं याद करने के लिए? कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री सप्लीमेंट्री में अगर लोचा होता है, एक बार कर्व किया 90, 2 बार कर्व किया तो डबल 180 डिग्री. दैट्स अ ट्रिक विच आई यूज्ड टू रिमेंबर. सिंपल कर्व एक बार तो 90 डिग्री, एक 2 बार तो 180 डिग्री. दैट्स हाउ आई रिमेंबर इट. सो कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री सप्लीमेंट्री में लोचे नहीं होने चाहिए, राइट? सो 90 डिग्री, एंड वी हैव आल्सो सीन दैट 1 डिग्री इज इक्वल टू 60 मिनट्स. ठीक है, चलो मूविंग ऑन. नेक्स्ट वन. If two straight lines AB and CD cut each other at O, and if angle BOD is 63 degrees, then how much is the measure of angle BOC? Yes, straightforward. डायग्राम तो बहुत ही सिंपल है, और एक बार डायग्राम बना दिया तो फंडा भी बड़ा सिंपल है. एवरीबॉडी इज गेटिंग इट राइट. वेरी गुड. राइट, टू स्ट्रेट लाइन्स AB and CD कट ईच अदर. सो आई हैव अ लाइन, लेट अस कॉल दिस लाइन AB, and I have another line cutting it CD, right? And they cut each other at O. So BOD, if this angle is 63 degrees, then BOC, ये एंगल कितना होगा? So we know that BOD plus BOC, right, together supplementary 180 degrees. So BOD 63 plus BOC X is equal to 180 degrees. So X is nothing but 180 degrees minus 63, that is equal to 117 degrees. So 117 degrees. यशवी 63 किधर से आएगा बच्चा? डायग्राम में देखो, सप्लीमेंट्री एंगल्स है दोनों, ऑपोजिट वाला एंगल नहीं पूछा है. BOD एंड BOC सप्लीमेंट्री एंगल्स हैं. So 180 minus 63. I hope you got that. Yes? Okay. Chalo. Moving on. Interesting. Figure is given to you where AB is given as parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD, and angle ABO is given as 40 degrees. So measure angle CDO is given as 30 degrees. So if measure angle DOB is X degrees, then how much is the value of X? Yes. Daivat, how did you get that? Yes, Vansh. Siddhant, how did you get 110? Now, there are two ways of doing it. One is the proper वाला method and one is exam का तिकड़म method. अब स्कूल में अगर करते तो प्रॉपर वाला मेथड बताना पड़ेगा, बट एंट्रेंस एग्जाम में हम थोड़ा तिकड़म कर सकते हैं. तो स्कूल में प्रॉपर वाला मेथड क्या है? लेट्स फर्स्ट टेक अ लुक एट द प्रॉपर वाला मेथड, राइट? सो इट इज गिवन दैट देयर आर टू लाइन्स पैरेलल टू ईच अदर एंड देयर इज अनदर लाइन इन बिटवीन and we are given angles, right? This angle is given as 40 degree and this angle is given as 30 degrees. Now we only know that AB is parallel to CD. Whether EF is parallel to that is not given to us. We do not have EF parallel to each other. So we cannot say that this is 40 degrees. We cannot say that this is equal to 30 degrees because it is not given that EF is parallel. So what do we do? First we extend this particular line and because AB and CD are parallel, ये अगर 40 है तो ये एंगल भी 40 डिग्री होगा. So if this angle is 40 degree, then 30 plus 40, 70. So this particular angle is equal to 110. So if this particular angle is 110, then 30 and 110 plus 30 is 140. This becomes 40. Now this becomes 40 and these two lines angle. So now we can say that this is 40 degrees, right? We can say this is 40 degrees because of this property, but we cannot directly say alternate angles because we do not know whether EF is parallel to it or not. Similarly, we can calculate the entire thing, right? Directly हम ये नहीं कह सकते, लेकिन एग्जाम के अंदर हम क्या करेंगे? एग्जाम के अंदर वी विल अज्यूम दैट दिस इज पैरेलल टू द अदर लाइंस. इट विल वर्क फॉर अस. क्यों? सपोजिंग ये 40 है, सपोज पैरेलल है तो डायरेक्टली 40 30 हो जाएगा. बट अगर ये पैरेलल नहीं है, लेट अस अज्यूम अगर ये 45 डिग्री है, राइट? तो बिकॉज ये सेम एंगल के अंदर है तो रिमेनिंग ये 5 ज्यादा है तो ये 5 कम ही होगा. सो इन शॉर्ट इन दोनों का टोटल तो 70 ही रहने वाला है. So even if EF is not parallel to AB and CD, the angle is not going to change. The overall X angle is not going to change. So because of that, we can assume comfortably that EF is parallel and directly alternate say 40, 30 milke, we get the angle as 70. Did we get that? Yes, you can take any property. There are hundreds of properties which can be used. Millie, there are literally hundreds of properties. कोई भी प्रॉपर्टी यूज करके आंसर करेक्ट आना चाहिए, राइट? देयर आर लिटरली हंड्रेड्स ऑफ प्रॉपर्टीज. एनी वन ऑफ देम, एज लॉन्ग एज यू गेट द करेक्ट आंसर इज फाइन. डिड एवरीबडी अंडरस्टैंड दिस वन? डिड एवरीबडी अंडरस्टैंड दिस वन? चलो, लेट्स टेक अनदर प्रॉब्लम. नाउ हियर इट इज गिवन AB is parallel to CD. Measure angle BAE is given as 45 degrees. Measure angle DCE is given as 50 degrees. CED is X. Then what is the value of X? Straightforward है. Yes, correct so far. Correct so far. आयुष चेक करो एक बार. आपने जो लिखा है वो तो ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. अगेन भानु 105 तो ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. No, Abhishek. See, look at the angle. Does it look like greater than 90 degree angle? Does it look like an angle which is greater than 90 degree? Of course, it may not be to scale, but still. ठीक है, चलो. Let's take a look at how to do it. It is given that AB and CD are parallel to each other. So when AB and CD are parallel to each other, then AD is the transversal. So if BAE is equal to 45 degrees, then EDC, this angle will also be equal to 45 degrees, alternate angles, right? So now EDC triangle mein X plus 45 plus 50 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. X plus 45 plus 50 degrees is 180. So calculate this, 180 minus 95 is equal to 85 degrees. So my answer is 85 degrees. Did everybody get this one? Teeth calculation mein locha. Anya calculation mein I think locha. Baki, did everybody understand this? 180 minus 95 is 85 degrees. Quaish, if the angle is, if the diagram is according to scale, तो yes. अगर प्रोपोर्शनेटली करेक्ट एंगल्स के साथ ड्रॉ किया है तो ठीक है, बट जैसे हमने एक एग्जांपल में देखा था, इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी दैट द डायग्राम गिवन टू यू इज परफेक्टली अकॉर्डिंग टू स्केल. रैंडम फिगर अगर दे दिया है, इफ इट इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली मेड अकॉर्डिंग टू द गिवन डायमेंशंस, then there might be a locha. And sometimes if they give you, supposing the numbers are such that the options are 85 and 86, do you know how to look at it and identify the difference between 85 degrees and 86 degrees? Nahin na? So it needs to be, you need to know how to calculate it. ठीक है? I can manipulate the figure so that it looks different. So unless it is said that the figure is according to scale, don't make that locha. Amanbir, I'm going back to the previous one. Yes. Yes, Amanbir. Okay, guys, I'll solve the doubt now, but we'll take a short break. But the same ID will continue for the next session. The same ID will continue for the next session. So we can take a short break of 5 minutes and join back for the next session. In the yes, Amanbir. 70, yes. The answer is 70, Amanbir. Yes. Well, that's it. You just wanted to know the answer to this, right? Okay, chalo. Guys, so let's take a short break, 5 minutes. The same ID password will continue. That means the same session. You can keep the session logged on. We'll take a quick break of 5 minutes and join back for the next session of English, right? English, foreign words, next session. Chalo, let's take a quick break for 5 minutes. About 9:38, 9:39 के आसपास, 5 minutes. Shashwat asks, are trigonometry and geometry related? Yes. Trigonometry is what? Triangles. Triangle is what? Geometry. Geometries में triangle सीखते हैं और triangle की properties trigonometry. So they are very closely related to each other. Very closely related to each other.